Hi guys, welcome back to Fbmfox. In this video we're going to be discussing how to sync products, all the different ways that you can sync products. So we actually have a customer query here. It says some of my items won't sync with the price. Every time I check the boxes and save, the boxes don't stay checked on the ones that I did not sync. And does your tool work for Facebook Shops or just Marketplace? So our tool works for Facebook Shops and Facebook Marketplace. At this very moment, on October 8th, we're in the process of launching our software for Facebook Shops. So if you're watching this in the future, then it's already out. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and use this customer message as inspiration to create a video that goes over all the different ways that you can sync products using Fbmfox. So there's a ton of ways, and one thing I want to say before we get into this is if you have over 1,000 products in your marketplace account, your best bet is to switch to Facebook Shops that can sell on Marketplace, because really the stuff that we're going over right now, it's very robotic, and Facebook doesn't necessarily want you to do these things, right? But our software, we kind of just invented ways for all of this to work. But Facebook is sort of finicky, and they don't necessarily want you to do all these things. But on Shops, they love to have you reprice things. They love to have you bulk upload thousands and thousands of products. So if you're using Facebook Marketplace only on a personal account and you have thousands of listings, this won't work well. Use our Shops solution. It's going to work extremely well. Because that's what it's built for. So really, let's go over the different ways to sync. So the first way to sync is individual products. And now, what is syncing? Syncing is the pulling of data from a product on Facebook into Fbmfox. So currently, I have an Fbmfox account with 0 products, 0 product information, right? So there's really 3 players in this software. There is the supplier, there's Facebook, and then there is Fbmfox. Now, Fbmfox takes information from the supplier and sort of puts it into Fbmfox, and then it takes information from Facebook, puts it into Fbmfox, and then it makes the right decision for you based on the settings that you have, such as your markup, your shipping price, all of these things, right? It's going to take into account everything like that and make these decisions for you, right? It's a robot that sort of solves your problems. So to pull information from Facebook, we always need to sync. So the first way to sync is really just go to your products page, and you'll see these sync buttons underneath your products. So you just want to hit, click on sync, and that will sync one single product. So if you don't see these sync buttons underneath your products page, just go ahead and hit refresh on your page and they'll pop up, right? So once they do pop up, just hit sync, and what it will do is take all of your information from this product, your stock, your image, and your title, and it's going to pull it into Fbmfox. And let's go ahead and see what happens. Right, so you have this product right here. That's how to do a single sync. So, you can have another way to sync, and I'm just going to pull in another product here, right? So now I have 2 products. I'll do a third product, right? So now I have 3 products. Now, this is a way to sync, right? And basically why the sync is important is because if you click on the view on Facebook, it will take you to that particular product, right? So why is this important? And how can we do this in bulk? Because we're not gonna, do this so very often. Like, we don't want to click sync for like 200 products, right? That would be a waste of time. So the way you can do a sync in a faster manner, the other way, is you can do a batch sync from the top. So let's say I want the first 5 listings, right? Or, even the first 10, right? So I can just do that and enter the number I want. Let's go with 7. And then just click on sync first 7 listings. And what this will do is it will pull over the 7 listings from your account the first 7 listings into Fbmfox. So now we'll have, you can see we have seven products, and we have the Facebook stock and the Facebook price, the current Facebook price, and we haven't done any of the target price settings and any of that, so you know that doesn't matter. This video is only about syncing, right? So yeah, so that is how to sync using the first few listings, right? So you know, let's say you just listed like 20 items and you want to pull them to Fbmfox. You want this icon to appear. You should just do a batch sync and it'll work out. Now the next thing is sync selected. So here people will be like, hey, why is my checkbox not selected? And that's what the user sent us an email about. He was like, hey, why isn't my checkbox selected, or why isn't it syncing, right? What's the issue? Really what that is you just want to click on select and select and select, and all these products have not been in our Fbmfox yet. And right now I have 3 listings selected, right? So all I can do is click on sync selected. So previously we synced 7 products, now we're going to sync 3 more. Just click on sync selected, and that's 3 more products in. So if you refresh the page, we should have 10 products. And as you can see, the 3 products that we selected are now in here. You could even click on, product. They don't have to be in sequence, so you could select a product like way down the line and then click on sync selected again, and that will do a sync of 4 products. So if you just refresh, you'll see that 1 product was added, right? So that's the third way of syncing. Now the fourth way of syncing is to click on sync your listings. So sync your listings will do a full sync of your entire products, right? And here I have about, I believe, 25 products, and right here in Fbmfox I have 11 products. So I'm just going to click sync your listings, and this will bring my entire products page into Fbmfox, right? Now this is kind of slow, and I'm going to admit this is kind of not super reliable, because if you have too many listings, like 900, this could mess up. And we'll go over the most reliable way to do a full sync in the coming 10 seconds or so, just after we're done this sync. So this is about 34 products that are complete, and if you go into your Fbmfox dashboard, you should see 34 products in here. Okay, so you see 25 products in here. So that's what I was saying. This syncing is not the most reliable, but it is a way to do it. But the first 2 ways and the singular sync are extremely reliable. Now, the last way, and my favorite way of doing it, is very, very reliable, extremely reliable, but it takes a little bit of time and it's somewhat of a nuisance, right? Because it kind of takes over your screen. So the last way to do it is just click on your Chrome extension and then click on settings and then click on sync FB items to Fbmfox and just click on that. And what it will do is open a tab for you, and what it's going to do is it's going to switch me over to that tab, and it's just fast, rapidly scrolling down all the products for me. And then what it's going to do is it's going to switch me back to my previous tab. So right now, if you zoom in, we're in this tiny tab, right? So now it switched me back, and then the tab is like doing a count. So if you zoom in, we zoom in on it, you can see that the count is going up. So this is literally the most reliable way to run a sync. And this is something you should do every 3 to 4 hours if you have an account that is very large. It's going through my products. So, okay, so it's counting 25 products, and it just exited out. And if you refresh, all the existing 25 products are in here. Now, the last thing I want to discuss is sync time. So if you click on a product and you click edit, you should see the last sync time. So for me, it was on October 8th, 5:02 a.m. last sync for this airbed mattress, right? So I want you to pay attention to the time right here, 5:02, for an airbed mattress. Now if I scroll down all the way and I find that mattress again and I click on sync, right? I've done that. Now if I refresh my Fbmfox and I click edit, you can see that the time has changed to 5:03, right? So this is sort of an indicator to let you know what time of the day has your product synced. Syncing is a crucial part of repricing. Now, when should you sync? You should sync every single time you relist the product, or you list a product brand new, or you should do it at least once a day, right? So some tips and tricks on how to sync. So a lot of users like to use a different browser for syncing, right? So there is something called the sync interval that we discussed in our previous video, where you can set a time for this perfectly ran sync. The most reliable sync is this one right here, this button. So you can actually set an interval, so every 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, you can set an interval that suits you best, and you could just set it and leave it. And most advanced customers like to use a different browser and run the syncs on those browsers so it doesn't interfere with their work, right? With their day-to-day work. And it'll just reprice and let it run for them, and you could just have the sync running every 5 hours or so. And then there's also the repricing aspect of it, which we have many videos on about these intervals. We have a video on it, so you can check it out. But they use both of these intervals, and then it becomes an automatic repricing thing. So that is everything you need to know about syncing. We've discussed the 5 different ways to sync, the most reliable to the least reliable, and also how to set up intervals for syncing, and tips and tricks on how to sync along with the last sync time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't tried Fbmfox yet, go ahead and give it a try. We have a 7-day free trial. We also have a completely free lister if all you want to do is list products. And on top of that, you can cancel your free trial at any time with one click. So go ahead and subscribe, link in the description below, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you.